Greetings, everybody. October 2nd, 2023. Today's video is going to be, we're going to rank my favorite Toto albums from least favorite to most favorite. This is going to be from the first album through Kingdom of Desire. So, without further ado, let's get started on this one. Okay, we are actually going to start this guy right here. Turn back. And you know what? Before I go any further, let me just say I like all these albums a lot. You know, Goodbye Eleanor, English Eyes. This is a great album. Who the heck was it? I think the engineer on this was Jeff Workman. This is a really good album. It just doesn't sound good. The mix, I don't know what it is. It's just low lows and high highs with this. There's no mid-range with this album at all. And that's probably the only reason why I would put it at the bottom of the list. This is a very good, I mean, this was them basically. This is like their FU album. They wanted to do a rock album, and this is what they did. And this is a very strong. So, you know, because of the mix quality, it actually goes to it's at the bottom of the list. But I love that album. I think it's great. And we're going to do this at random, guys. I'm just going to look at my stack, and we'll go from there. Let's see here. The next one that comes to mind is going to be this guy here, Fahrenheit from 1986. Has I'll Be Over You, Till the End. You know, it's pretty good stuff on here. This is Joseph Williams' first album with the band. Not bad. You know, of course, back then, if you would have put a blindfold over my eyes and, played some of these songs, the songs that Joe sings, I would have swore it was Richard Marx. These two sounded a lot alike back then. And, I enjoy this. I'll Be Over You, which Lukather sings, great song. Michael McDonald's in on it. So, of course, you got a lot of really good stuff here. This is pretty good. Not bad at all. Let's see here. Next up, we are going to go with... We're going to go with this guy. Fergie sings on this one. This was... right after Toto 4, Bobby Kimball leaves the band. They had to get somebody in there to sing for a singer. So Fergie comes in. He starts singing. They get him from, that band LaRue. Guy can hit the highs pretty good. This is some really good stuff on it. Isolation's good. Angel Don't Cry is on here. Carmen is on here. This is a great, great album. Definitely one worth having. Bobby's always going to probably be my favorite singer with Toto just because, in his prime, that dude had an incredible set of pipes, but Fergie did very well on this one. Isolation, definitely a must-have for a Toto fan. Let's see here. We're going to go for this guy next. This is Kingdom of Desire. Joseph's out of the band. This is, I believe, 1992. This one here was like right around the time of Jeff Porcaro's death. However, he did play the drums on it. Gypsy Train, Lukather sings. That's a really strong song. That's the song that kind of sticks out for me. When I put this on, I crank Gypsy Train and just let the album keep playing. Not bad. I think they were down to 4 guys in the band at this point. So this one here, this is another must-have. This is definitely worth having, as they sounded really good here. Let's see here. We're going to go with the 7th one. 1988, Joseph Williams, again with the band. They even actually had a song that I believe Linda Ronstadt was on. Was it Stay Away, I think was the name of the song. She's on here. I think David Page was saying it was the only reason why they couldn't release it as a single or something or other. It was a great song. Pamela's on here. You know, Mushungo is on here. You know, you got some good stuff on here. Pamela's good. I always crank it whenever I play it. It's just those guys having a good old time. The music video is cool too. Lots of nice looking girls in that video too. So yeah, again, another must have. This is a decent album. All right. This one here, coming up next. Hydra, their second album. A little bit prog-like, but I actually like some of the songs. I like some of the songs on here. 99's not bad. I don't know how good the lyrics were, but it's a decent song in general. I like St. George and the Dragon. That's a good one. White Sister's a good rocker. Bobby sings real good on that one. This, definitely worth having. Great album. Alright. Now, you guys want to pick for me which one's going to be number one? This is one of the toughest decisions I've ever had to make. Well, you know what? They're both going to be number two and number one because I play them both about the same. I don't think there's a lot that could be said about this album that hasn't been said already. This was the smash hit from 1982. It's got Africa on it. It's got Roseanne on it. Everything on here, Good For You is good. We Made It's good. You know, every song on here is good. There's something on here for everybody. You know, and then, God, what went into the production with this, you know, the legendary Al Schmidt is the engineer. And then I think they brought in Ladani to do the mixing. I believe Nico Bolas was involved in helping with that too. Great, phenomenal album. And then, of course, you know, I think these guys nailed it right from the get-go with this one. Favorite song on this one is Girl Goodbye. And of course, it's got Hold the Line, you know, I'll Supply the Love, you know, Georgie Porgy's on there. Yeah, that's just a good, solid album right out of the bag. So, you know, then these guys nailed it right from the get-go. I mean, you can't ask for much better when you have a band of studio musicians, guys that work with Steely Dan, you know, work with Boss Skaggs, you know, and then to go on and just do countless other, work with countless other bands over the years. I think Lukather said he's probably played guitar on probably close to 2,000 records. I know when he did his book, which I still got to finish reading, sitting over there on top of my laser printer, they found 1,500, and they didn't even look all that hard. So he's probably, I think he says probably he's played guitar on probably close to 2,000 records. And those guys, you know, with that catalog of music right there, forget all the other stuff they've done, which is great too. That part of the catalog alone right there, most certainly deserving of being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Without a doubt. Maybe now without Jan Winter there, maybe those guys might finally get the recognition. These guys, Styx, you know, Oreo, some of these other guys that probably should be in there. Maybe that'll finally happen. But, you know, that remains to be seen. We'll see what happens next year with next year's you know, nominations come out. So, anyway, based on what I have in my Toto collection, I have most of those albums on vinyl as well. Didn't want to have to dig them all out. You know, so if I would just do the CDs, it's a little easier because I got to go into that closet back there and dig them all out, the records that I have, to get them out. Based on what I have in the catalog, that's kind of my ranking of my favorites in order. Like I said, Toto 4 and then the first album. It's a toss-up on any given day which one's second and which one's first at the top of the list. They're both really phenomenal albums. And this band here, God, there's so much good to be said about them. just really a phenomenal band. One of my favorites. Lukather's one of my favorite guitar players. Jeff Porcaro is a phenomenal drummer. David Page. Oh, there's so much talent in that band. You know, how could I not do a video on them? So anyway, I hope you like this video, guys. There'll be more like this, as I have a ton of music in my collection, and we'll get to that in time. But that's gonna be a wrap for this one for today, and we will see you on the next video. Which ones are your favorites? You can post them in the comments. Bye.